be when you dance with Bob Jefferies.
Hello and welcome to Clubvision. I'm Jemma James and they've let me off the sofa at last. Joining me here at Tinseltown in London for this very special edition of Clubvision is not only the lovely Lisa, but lots of groovy people. Come on, let's go and check it out. Okay, let's have a little look at what we've got here. My God, what a lovely bunch! Come here, sweetie. Hey. How are you, Paddle?
I'm wicked. How are you?
It is so nice to have you here. This girl has been to more clubs in the past year than anybody in this room.
It's definitely nice to be here at Tinseltown. After trekking across the UK for the last 7 months, it's been an enjoyable and an enlightening experience.
I bet it has.
Meeting the movers and the shakers of the clubbing world and the fashion world over here. We've got some of them with us today.
Excellent, but right now we're going to go to the Southport Weekender. How was it?
Freezing, absolutely freezing, with lots of naked men running about. Men falling out of windows. So just take a look and make up your own minds.
Check it out.
This is the 19th Soul and Dance Music event held here at the Pontins Holiday Camp in Southport. 3 days of non-stop partying and fun. I've searched high and low for information about this ever-popular event and even about the ever-elusive promoter Alex Lowe's. But to my surprise, I have found nothing. So I'm here in person to witness 4 rooms of musical mayhem, starring some of the country's top DJs and PAs. So if you're into soul, swing, house, drum and bass or even jazz, this is the place for you. This is the one and only Southport Weekender. So keep watching. You look like a man that has a good time.
I just play to the max, just go for it, just have a good time, enjoy yourself.
Okay, and you've been to all the Southport Weekend
Yeah, from the very first one. Very
come and give us a review of what...
This one is a lot better than the first one. The first one was in an ex-Italian prisoner of war camp and the prisoners were still there. It's actually an interesting gig.
This is the 19th one, so I mean, how many do you hold a year?
2 a year.
Jonathan, you're not just a DJ here, are you? What else are you doing?
I also stage manage the main room of Powerhouse.
What is your idea of having a good time?
Probably going clubbing. Been doing it too long.
You live for clubbing then?
Yeah, I have done, yeah.
Norman, I want to know some of your innermost secrets. So what do you do to relax?
I ride a rally traffic bike, play with the electrics, and play with 96.
You have got a life outside clubs then?
Oh yeah.
So Bob, where else do you play?
I'm working in Scotland, in the West Coast, Kilmarnock, here, Glasgow, all around it there.
What clubs do you play with?
All the major clubs, Tunnel, all the ones in Edinburgh, just work generally all over.
So Bob, what do you do to relax?
Just take it easy and just have a quiet night.
Let's get back to your choppers. How many have you got? You've got quite
Why do you want to know?
No, I'm a big fan of choppers.
Okay.
I had one when I was in Germany.
No, I just got into fixing it and giving to all the local kids and do quite a lot of charity work with them.
Bob, what is the coolest outfit that you own?
I've actually got an emerald green suit from the 70s. Big flares, huge lapels. Oh yeah.
Would you ever run through a forest completely naked?
I have done.
My missus will go nuts when she finds out about that.
We are so generous here at Clubvision that we've got someone else to supply us with some CDs and some T-shirts, and they are huge tunes. Let me emphasise, huge tunes. And to make it fair to all the thousands of people out there, and over there, and in their chalets, we will randomly select through our little lottery machine. We've got the lovely Danielle who's going to be spinning the balls for us. Here's one we made earlier. No, I'm only joking, we've got it from Argos really. Right, let's get the first number for the first chalet. 107 is the first chalet. We need 5, so keep rolling. Hello? Come with me. He's been nominated. Right, I've got a question for you. Go there. Right, I've got one question for you. If you answer it correctly, you will win a CD. The new Hutch Tune CD, mixed by Southport. So get a feel of it. But you're not allowed to open it yet. You can win a T-shirt as well. Take this T-shirt.
Very nice, yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, I like it very much.
But if you answer it wrongly, you'll get our booby prize, which is a bottle of Flash, and you get recruited as cleaning staff to clean all the chalets on Monday morning. So if you work, you better get on the phone and tell your boss you're being Tuesday. Question being, how do you look at me? How do you spell growth?
Grolsch.
Wow! He's a cheat, but we'll let him have it anyway. So there your prize is. So that's the next number, 80. The question is. Pressure's on. The question is. We've got to take this out of shot for a sec. The question is, how do you spell Grolsch?
Grolch.
Wrong! Come on, look. It's Grolsch. I think dog's body.
Look at that.
So number 3, chalet number 3 is?
Number 306.
How do you spell Grolsch? Have a go.
Grolus.
No! We'll let you keep the 16.
I've been on the bill.
But, can I just say, he did get it wrong, so I'm still going to put him through the torment. Can you go to the kitchen, please? Come on.
Oh.
No. Oh, that's a bit below the belt over there. Well, I must say he's been the best so far. So I think he'd be cleaning manager. The next numbers are
99.
Come back next week. Right, I'm going to invade chalet number 4. Let's see how responsive they're going to be. Come on. Let's hope they're in. Hello. Hello. I'm coming in to ask you a few questions. How do you spell Grolsch?
Grolsch.
Wow, they've got it right. Brilliant. So I'll take the Flash back, and Dan, you can have that back. That's okay. Well done, girls, and you've got your T-shirts and your CD. Enjoy them.
3 numbers. 436.
You're good at maths. How do you spell Grolsch?
Grolsch.
God, that's a bit easy. Right, can I give you another one? How do you spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Oh, I'm joking. You'll probably get it right. Brilliant. All right, well, that's your CD and T-shirt. And I'm not... No, you can't. I was going to actually get her to clean up, but she's probably really good at it anyway.
Like a sex machine, moving, doing it, you know.
Hello, Alex. I found the ever-elusive Alex Lowe. How are you?
All right, how are you doing?
Very well, thanks. I want to ask you a few questions. How's it all going here?
Very well, I think. Not bad.
Yeah?
Enjoying it yourself?
Oh, it's brilliant, Haven't been here long, but yeah, it's good. How did last night go? It's Saturday night at the moment.
Quite good. Everybody's lying around on the floor today. I think it was a pretty mad night. I think we'll liven up again tonight.
How many people did you get here in total?
4,500.
4,500. Is this your best one ever?
No, it's about equal. It always sells out nowadays. We can't fill it anymore. That's a good thing, really.
So all the chalets are packed as well?
Absolutely sold out, yeah.
What influences you to go out to a club?
Definitely friends.
Friends? Not the music or anything?
Yeah, music plays part, but I'd rather go to a place where all my friends were than even if it was shit. As long as like 20 of my friends are there.
You've always got someone to talk to.
Yeah.
What changes would you like to see in the club scene?
Stricter door policies, so no scrubbers getting, and some more air.
Have you ever been stood up?
Oh, loads of times.
3 things that you look for in a man. Be careful what you say.
Looks, personality.
Who's this? We've got a bit of an audience here.
Lovely time. We're all having a smashing, super lovely time.
This is what I look for in a man. He couldn't have put it better, really.
Did you, Groupie? It's not me. What are the 3 things you look for in a man?
Well, someone who makes you laugh, someone who's good looking and a fast car.
What's your idea of having a good time?
Meeting lots of nice people and dancing to really good music.
Have you ever tried to blag it on a door and succeeded?
Yeah, we did about 2 years ago to Rise. We phoned up and said that we were somebody's sister and to put us down and then send us
Whose
back.
sister?
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not
You were?
Got a blag? The damn thing?
There you go. This is the funky version of Name That Tune. Lisa, what are the rules?
Well, basically a few bars we played from a track, and you've got 10 seconds to know it or blow it. So come over here, and this is the first team. Hello. Hello. So take it away, Chris. Got 10 seconds to confirm. 5, 4, 3. Waterfall. Waterfall. Hey! They got it right.
Look at this lot. Are you sure you got enough drinks? Can I get you any more beers? Right. Do you guys know it or blow it? Take it away, Chris.
Hold on.
Come on.
Sugary sweet.
Armand Van Helden remix of CJ Bowen's Sugar is Sweet.
He knows it! He knows!
We've got Norris Windross, the DJ here, so we put him to the test. Take it away, Chris. Come on.
Knees up, Mother Brown.
Josh
Wing.
Knees up, Mother Brown. What was the second one you said? Josh Wing. Yeah, which mix? Come on.
The super duper party pooper mix.
So, 3 out of 3 teams have known it so far. Are this not going to do any better? Are they going to blow it? Are they going to know it? Take it away, Chris. Oh, very difficult. Does anybody know? You've got 10 seconds.
Bit more.
Living joy.
Living joy.
Living joy, is that right?
Yes, living joy.
Yeah!
Basically, we've gone to 4 teams and they've all known it. So we've got Danny here. He thinks he knows everything about music. So we're going to put him to the test. So take it away, Chris. Well, I think actually we need probably a little bit more than that. That was a tease. What is it? Come on! That was one. No.
Come with Chaz and Dave, snooker looping.
Wrong! It was Stretch and Burn, I'm alive. I've blown it! We've blown it!
It's a very tense moment here in Tinseltown. This is the last team for this round of Know It or Blow It. Ray Lock, they're all depending on you, baby. Okay, take it away, Chris. And now, for your delight, we've got part 2 of a very special interview with Dave Seaman.
So Dave, who are your contemporaries do you admire the most? I'm asking you to name a lot of people here, aren't I?
Well, I admire people for different things. I mean, obviously, you know, Pete Tong's been there for a long time, and and done a lot for the scene. And Sasha, I really respect the DJ, and John DeGreed. And you got people like, you know, abroad like Tenaglia, who's a great DJ. But there's lots of people within the scene that don't necessarily think my cup of tea as a DJ, but they play their part in the scene, and you know they're professional, or they bring something to the party. So I mean I could sit here all night.
And just name drop.
Yeah. You're sort of naming everybody and
okay,
getting everybody's
we'll leave
good
that.
books.
We'll put that out for a bit. Okay, what are your opinions on the way the scene has changed today?
Well, I think it's good. I mean, it's what everybody wanted. Like a few years ago, everybody wanted to be recognised. They thought dance music was the poor relation of disco, and nobody took it seriously. And now it's become commercial, and everybody takes it seriously, and it's on Radio 1 and everything. Now they want it to be underground again. I mean, you just can't have your cake and eat it too. Yeah. I think it's good that it's a recognised force. I mean, as soon as you become big and it becomes commercialised, obviously there's going to be sort of a cowboy element. There's going to be a cash-in element of people that are doing music just simply for the money, and
There'll always be people like that.
Yeah, I mean, but I think generally the scene's so big, it's got so many layers now, but there's new people and new scenes coming up all the time.
So, Dave, how's your breakdancing coming along then?
I warned you not to do this. No, I'm not. I'm too old. I can't do it anymore.
He used to be in a breakdancing group and it was great.
I'm too old now. I can't do it anymore.
But he's warned me that I'm not allowed to get him up now.
Not unless you do it first.
But we're going to go and have a few drinks and then.
I think that's a wise idea.
And then maybe you can catch us later doing it. All right, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Andy G from Starsky and Hutch, and you're watching Club Vision, the coolest video.
Coming up next, we've got Desigual, a new band on the scene, which actually means no equal in Spanish. They're here live and exclusive with their first single, Where I Want to Be. So listen up and remember where you heard it first. Shopaholics out there, this is the revolutionary new avant-garde store for British fashion retailing. The name is Hype DF and the location, as you can see, is Kensington High Street. £2.5 million has been spent to create and design the ultimate fashion emporium at Hype DF, with 3 extensive floors of fashion, beauty and hairstyling, giving you, the shopper, a huge selection of Britain's most creative and up-and-coming designers. And to add to this unique shopping experience, Piera and Mozzo's offer their chic and modern Italian cuisine, a chance for you to relax, recharge those batteries, and satisfy those taste buds.
Lisa, hi darling.
Hello, darling.
Come on, this should be fun. It's your little lunch, darling. Come on. I love guys in miniskirts, darling. Another bottle, sweetie.
Just a Perrier was for you.
We've got
We've got work to do.
Just a Perrier.
Brilliant, thank you.
It is.
Anyway, Patsy. see. Every woman's got necessities in their wardrobe. Yeah. What would you consider to be the 3 essential items?
Fabulous, quite a few darling.
I'm not getting any response here. What would you consider? What would you consider to be the 3 essential items in a woman's wardrobe?
Essential items, darling. Well, earrings, darling. Huge earrings, you know.
Why huge earrings?
I had scars, darling. Yeah. Huge earrings and fabulous large bags.
Large bags, yeah. Well, what's that?
Sit on large bags, darling. Those little essential items that one always has, yeah.
And the last one would be?
God, I don't know. What would the last one be, darling?
A clothing item. A clothing item. That you can't go anywhere without.
Those are G-strings, darling.
Yeah. Brilliant. That's actually one of my essential items as well.
You can't go anywhere, darling,
without a G-string.
That's it.
Or a wonder bra.
Well, maybe, darling.
Don't
Have you had it done, darling?
No. I don't believe in all that man-made stuff. No. They're
natural. Done on credit now, darling, you know? It's fabulous. It's really marvellous. It's amazing. So are you. They've gone completely. It's terrific.
Scars. They've blended in. Right, come on then. Let's go and do some work.
Where's Madonna, by the way, darling? Where's Madonna?
No, I don't know.
He's in a meeting, you know. What's this, darling? Put him up against it. Starship Enterprise, darling. Fantastic. These are brilliant. Great. Big knickers are in, darling. Big knickers are in.
As you can see, we've got the 90s look, sort of play suits. The spring and summer collection for 97 is going to be sort of military sort of style with the juxtaposition shapes, lots of different fabrics and textures. This is one of the most highly respected salons in Britain. It's Cabela Hair Studios. Hello. Oh, look, there she is. We're looking for you, darling. Come on, Leon, the old booze.
Oh, darling.
Anyway, Leon, come over here. We've got some questions to ask you. We've got Leon here. So, Leon, what do you specialise in here?
At the moment, we're specialising in extensions, just providing for you.
Extensions? Sweetie, I don't think you need any kind of extensions.
So much for inch, darling.
So what else do you do here? Obviously, it's a hair salon. So.
Yeah, we specialise. We've got people who specialise in every aspect of hairdressing, from colouring, cutting to the extensions as well. The extensions aren't just for things like dreadlocks.
Patsy, where are we, darling? Huh? I think we better cut there. Sorry. Nails to go. Ew, shoot. I've got some of you. Patsy, come on. Oh my God. She wants some tips on her nails. Darling, why, darling, have you? I've not been there for a while. So can you give her any tips on her nails?
Oh God, no.
If you can sit still long enough for that, you'll great.
I'll confiscate it. 5 minutes.
Oh, really? Lovely. You've got to do like that. That's beautiful.
She's very young. There's 3 split level floors here, and we're going to go down to the middle one now. I'm a little bit worried whether she's going to actually make it to the bottom floor, but of course she will. It's the menswear. Back away from me. We're in the dispatch store here. As you can see, Juliet Dispatch's designs sort of contain of little hipsters wigs, the little crop tops. We've got the little sort of basques here. Yeah, is this going to be your new image then, Pat?
I think so, darling, don't you? I think it's more ready than me, darling.
No, I think it's definitely you. Yeah. It's a great pair of legs. Hype offers some of the most progressive fashion items, along with the new looks for each season, giving the consumer the key to the power of fashion. It's a year for revisiting the 70s. Hey, bring back those platforms. As you can see, some of the predominant colours are the camel skin. We've got the Air Force blue, some over there, we've got some here actually. All the velvet sort of textures, we've got the browns. So Pat, what do you think about revisiting the 70s?
Revisiting?
Well, bringing the shoes back from the 70s with the old platforms and everything.
Usually they're fabulous.
This is Janet Fitz jewellery. As you can see, a lot of this is quirky, unique and unusual jewellery. What is the new look, the style and the colour for next season?
We're going to be doing a few pastels for the range, some silkwear, that sort of stuff. Again, the same sort of stuff we were wearing today.
This is Alexandra Campbell.
Yeah, obviously different colours.
Yes, obviously, but we're going to have a lot more sexy sort of figure-hugging dresses like this.
Yes.
What other sort of projects does Lancome do?
We do great mascaras, we do great skincare. Fantastic.
This is the mascara I use.
Best-selling mascaras in the world. And fragrance as well.
Thank you.
Right, thank you, darling. And a few samples, darling.
Oh, what do you want to be? Cool or warm?
Cool, darling, cool.
Oh, you are so cool.
Right.
I'll get warm.
That's a god, which is fun. Fabulous, darling. Fabulous.
This is underwear. Russ, would you wear a pair of slacks like that, a pair of pants? No. Not at all. Look, they've got matching vests. Here's one for the summer holidays. Hypnotic messages coming through here.
This collection was about bears and fairy tales. So you got all the swans and the fairy tales as well.
Oh, so excuse me.
I've got a little lunch date.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh.
Narco finishes his shift, darling, you know. So he's giving me a little bit of a lift. He's off for a shift.
Anyway, darling, I'll see you soon. Ciao. Take care. So what else we got here? We've got furry jeans.
Felt hipsters, very nice.
Pete Tong's top 5 floor fillers for this month are number 1.
Ride the Rocket by Lithium.
And number 2 is...
The tune was large in last year, it's called Insomniac, and it was by Faithless.
And number 3 is...
Snow by O-R-N.
Ooh, number 4 is...
My name is Michael Caine, the nosy neighbour. And at number 4, it's We Are Not Alone by HHC for Charlton.
Way! And number 5 is...
Swallow by Bush.
You can catch Pete live on Radio 1 on Fridays between 7 and 10 p.m. for the Essential Selection, and on Saturdays between 2 and 4 a.m. for the Essential Mix.
This is Elvis Presley, and you are watching Club Edition.
This is round 2 of Know It or Blow It. So, can we hear the first tune, Chris? Come on! Time up! What is the answer? Come on, Lee! Blown it! They're out!
Meanwhile, back at Alcoholics Anonymous, Lee! Right, take it away, Chris! Oh,
and Rob Hurley, so they two DJs. So come on in, take it away, Chris. Well, you've got 10 seconds. Come on, 10 seconds. 5 seconds. You've blown it!
They need no introduction. Here we go. Take it away, Chris. Come on. Come on. You've only got 10 seconds. Here we go. 10, 9, 8.
Is it a womble?
Is it a womble? No. They've blown it.
We've got some real clubbing chicks here. Check, please, Feathers. Right, Lacey, we're going to see if Raylock's going to make us proud for this round. Take it away, Chris.
Right
Right, in true game show style, I'm now going to give out the prizes. There you go, there's one for you, there's one for you, and there's one for you. No expense has been spared. You've got come on.
Here we go.
Come on.
Stop.
He's going to blow up chicken.
And now for something completely different. It's Starsky and Hutch.
All we have to do is take a look at fashion today to recognise how influential the 70s style was. Starsky and Hutch here at the Arches in London is dripping with a 70s odour, from fashion, music, style, atmosphere, and most of all, the attitude. So if you fancy strutting your stuff in a John Travolta style to the funkiest disco beats, Kool and the Gang say open sesame, where KC and the Sunshine Band are waiting to get it. So what is it that you like about Starsky and Hutch? Why'd you come here?
Well, it's the glamour, and you don't get that in the 90s now. In the 70s, it's the glitter and the funk, and I just really like it up here. It's just really great.
So guys, what fascinated you about the whole era of the 70s? He looks like John Lennon, doesn't he?
Don't tell anyone. You ever seen me and him in the same room?
I'm sure he won't.
My main memory of the 70s, well, I suppose platform.
Did you keep all your old clothes? Have you got the originals?
No, I threw them all away, but tonight I was thinking, I want to put some platforms on, and I threw them away, and I was thinking, I knew one day they'd come in handy.
I come to Starsky and Hutch.
Why?
Because it's 70s and it's quite good, isn't it?
So you little hippie chick, what do you got to say for yourself?
I'm having a great time and I love it.
Do you come here often? Oh, that sounds like a Cordy chat-up line, doesn't it? Well, do you?
Oh yeah, often.
The thing about the 70s that appeals to me is the music.
Music, is that why you come here then?
Yeah, I mean, I get a high off the music.
Well, you've got a lovely 70s suit on here. So where'd you get this then?
Well, I bought this in Hyper about 7 years ago, and I've kept it. It was one of the outfits I kept, and I thought one day this will come in handy, and it obviously has come down here.
So what fascinated you girls about the whole era of the 70s?
Yeah. Music, good.
Starsky and Hutch, obviously, and clothes. So you people big fans of Starsky and Hutch?
Oh yeah!
Oh please, check the eyelashes out. So where'd you get your clothes from, guys?
Everywhere. I just found them.
Check this dresser! Hey! Check these platforms out.
Those little balls that hang from the ceiling and glitter all the way around.
This man's got something to say about the 70s. What is that then?
Huh? Ooh, that's nice.
Damien, just dig these clothes.
No, I'd bought it already. This is my concession to the 70s revival. Like, I'd already bought it, without thinking of coming here. So.
He's such a cool dude. You're going to be coming back to Starsky and Hutch?
Definitely. It's a lot of fun. It's really good fun. I mean, the old records and everything, it really takes you back. So I'm really glad I've come.
So what's the largest pair of flares that you own?
These!
Woo! How many inches?
15. 15 inches.
So what do you think is the largest flares in inches?
About 24.
And the DJ of the night, Starsky and Hutch, the funkiest joint in town. Hi Andy.
Hiya, pleased
How
to
you
meet
doing?
you.
I'm pleased to meet you. Doesn't he look fab? So what do you think of my 70s outfit then?
I think you look great, darling.
Oh well, thank you. Anyway, I understand this was your lifelong dream to invent your own interpretation of the 70s.
Oh, well, I lived through the 70s as a child, as a teenager, so basically I thought I had enough experience to emulate it in the 90s. Why not?
And do you think it's worked?
It seems to have, from the response we've got at the club nights we run in London.
By the looks of it, it's absolutely rammed here, so you must be very pleased.
Very pleased.
So why did you choose Starsky and Hutch out of all the 70s programmes to base your night on?
It's the best of the 70s. It basically was what we called as teenagers the marrying or bringing together of both cool, hip and morals.
But who did you want to be, Starsky or Hutch?
Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear?
Absolutely.
Why? He was a cool dude though, wasn't he?
He still is a cool dude, actually.
You know him?
We know him very well. He's a very good friend of ours.
Speaking about Huggy Bear, you've recreated the theme tune of Starsky and Hutch. So when's that going to be released?
Well, we recorded it both in New York and in London, and it's taken 6 months so far. We're negotiating with a number of major record companies.
So it's actually finished now?
It's virtually finished, bar the shouting, and it should be released fairly shortly.
So are you going to license it to other compilation albums?
Hopefully, yes, we should be. We were looking at a Starsky and Hutch series of 70s compilations, and watch this space.
The original Huggy Bear as well is rapping on it, isn't he?
Oh, he is, most definitely, and it's very cool.
After such a huge success here at the Arches, you're going to take the theme even further, aren't you? So tell us a little bit about that.
We're hoping to tour the UK very shortly. We've done a number of cities. We've done Bristol. We're actually launching in Brighton very
How
shortly.
have you found that, taking Starsky and Hutch other places? Has it worked?
We've had a great response, but obviously it's taking time. I mean, we're established in London. We do 4 nights a week in London now, and with this series on the cable network, it's really gaining momentum. So I think 70s is really going to happen this year. Of course, Saturday Night Fever is going to be in the theatre in the summer.
The whole 70s style, the fashion, everything's coming back as well, so it's a bit of a bonus.
It never went away.
Well, it did for a bit, but it's properly back out this year, isn't it?
I think so. I think when men's shoes go to platform level, that's when it's really going to
So
happen.
the men are going to be wearing the platforms this year as well then?
Yeah, like this.
The originals, these are the originals.
Bing, 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 bang, bong. Coming on strong with the headphones on. Hold tight to DJ Dean Lambert, Club-O-Vision.
So this is Shiraz, who's a mere 22 years old and owns Tinseltown. Shiraz, please tell me a little bit about Tinseltown.
Tinseltown's a 24-hour diner. We never close. We've got 15 screens. We've got a 4,000-watt sound system. All the time we're packed 24 hours of the day. It's a late-night clubbers meeting point. We get DJs, we get clubbers. We've had plenty of celebrity. We've had Prince Nassim, Ice-T, and a whole load more. The actual themes come from Los Angeles, so we brought the theme from Los Angeles down to London. So we are the only, I'm actually saying only, 24-hour, 7-day restaurant diner in the whole of England.
And last month's competition winner is coming up on your screens now. And now we're going to cut the crap in Coventry.
This is Elvis Presley, and you are watching Club-O-Vision.
Back to Base have been established since '92, starting in Leeds. Firstly at the Music Factory and have since moved on to the Pleasure Rooms. The notorious bunch of club bandits are entertaining an additional night now, which due to their bad behaviour, they have been sent to Coventry. We're here to check out the Foundry at the fully refurbished cinema. The venue has a capacity of 800, with plans to increase. The night's called Cut the Crap, and as the title suggests, is exactly their motto, bringing a new concept back into clubbing, with new faces and talent behind the decks. But I'm also here to have a chat with the legendary Dave Beer, to emphasise why he is so different to other club promoters, with his phenomenal capacity to party. Is he the party animal? Shall we go and find out? For all of you that have been hibernating recently, this is the notorious Mr. Dave Beer of Back to Basics fame. Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Dave, you used to tour manage bands like Utah Saints. Who else have you collaborated with?
Collaboration is probably a strange word for what it was really like. It was always a little bit...
Working then?
Yeah, I mean...
Or dossing?
Dossing. Well, I started dossing when I was 15 with like punk bands like Adam and the Ants and The Damned, things like that. And
You used to wear the makeup as well?
Yeah, not so much the makeup, still got the leather pants. But I mean, it was just a natural progression. I ended up with people like Populi itself, who else, Black Petal Emotion, it used to be the Undertones. I mean, it was good times, you know, Sisters of Mercy.
Sounds great fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was like, at the time, I mean, that was like a buzz thing as well, you know, like the Sisters, when that was operating, it was like another youth culture movement that was going off at the time. So, you know, I've always tended to move from one thing to another.
So how did you fall into promoting?
Acid House.
Acid House? Yeah. That's it, yeah?
Well, yeah, I mean, if anybody, everybody must have been sleeping if they missed Acid House. I mean, it just took over. It was just such a phenomenon. I mean, the whole scene was so messed up and it was getting out of hand and there were legislations coming in. So, like, you know, house music had to go back into clubs. And there wasn't a club in Leeds at the time that catered for what we wanted to do. There's a lot of people travelling to the Hacienda or down to Venus or probably down to London to Charlie Chester's things at Flying and things like that. So we just thought we'd set up a little place that we could go to.
And Back to Basics was born.
And Back to Basics was born, yeah, with a strong door policy.
Yeah, Back to Basics was the first club in Leeds to operate a door policy. And back then it was to keep the whistles and the Vicks out. What is it now?
Well, that's changed. I mean, at the time we had to say, you know, like no shorts, you can't come in training shoes, things like that. But now it's more about attitude. I mean, at the time, I mean, we used to get death vets and that. I'd stand on the door with like yellow and red cards and that, and go to the yellow card, sort yourself out next week, mate, or red card off. And we had such, you know, that many people around. You know, like if you could do that, it made it stronger. You know, the more you turned away, the week after, the more people turned up. But it's changed now, you know, there's so many clubs around and now it's more about attitude, really. You know,
do you think that works more?
Yeah, a lot more, because like, we came like, you know, victims of circumstance, ended up with loads of Ponzi people in Izzy Miyake and
Ralph Lauren shirts.
Well, not Ralphie, sorry, you weren't getting in that. So, you know, they just like stand about and just didn't want to get sweaty. I think if you're going to wear designer clothes, you should at least fall on the floor in them.
On the way club culture has changed over the past few years?
I think I'm very opinionated on how club culture's changed over the years. I mean, but it's like any youth movement that changes. Like once more and more people get involved in it, and once the major record companies get involved and big fat businessmen get involved, you know, it's like it totally changes its perspective. What you have to do is hold on to your real values of house music, of like, you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again, you know, like, but you know, house is a descriptive word, unlike a lot of like youth movements that have been around, i.e. soul and punk and things like that. Acid house and house music did mean something to a lot of people. It was a big phenomenon.
It still does.
And it was like, you know, it was about, you know, having a space. It's like in my house, you know, it was like about having a place with a house.
You want to sing this, don't you? Go on.
Well, I don't know if I can sing it. You know, but you know, it should be a place where everyone is welcome. You should come in there, and it's a safe environment for like-minded people just to get into the music and get locked in. It's like not a drug thing anymore. It's changed, you know. A lot, you know, this is like clubbing. It's not acid house. It's not illegal. But then it does take quite a lot of things away from it. The passion that was there in the early days tends to go a bit, but you know, you've got to get more young people into it. But I mean, the music's changing, and at the end of the day, it'll just blow up in everybody's faces anyway, and something new will come along. I mean, I think we're probably getting to the stage now what we had in the 70s, where disco music just became so mainstream and so happy that, you know, punk rock had to happen. You know, people that couldn't really play one chord wonders that just got a guitar and did something fresh. But I think some of the fresh things are coming through with a lot of the eclectic music that's coming through and a lot of the intelligent drum and bass stuff that's happening now. So club culture will change, but people always want to go out and dance. So if it's not to house music anymore, you know, they'll still be there. Club music will still be around and people will still want to club.
As I've said before, we're here at the Foundry in Coventry. They've sent me here because I've been a naughty little girl. But here's Dave Beer's new adventure. Dave, what do you think of new challenges? Do you like them?
I think you have to re-evaluate yourself and test yourself to do new things. I mean, sometimes it gets a little bit airy and takes a little bit of fun out of it sometimes. But I mean, if you don't test yourself, you never get that sort of, you know, like that atmosphere that you get when it's on the edge and trying something new. And Coventry needed something, and it was like Leeds. When we started Leeds, there was nothing, you know, so, and I had a lot of friends from out in Coventry, and there was nowhere to go clubbing, and people said, oh, it's a bit of a moody place, it's naughty, there's so much fighting, and I thought, well, you know, it's our duty really to come here and try and create something nice for people.
The music policy here is very varied. Does this reflect the sort of person you are?
Well, yeah, I mean, we've grown up with house music over so long. I mean, yes, it does, you know, and I think some of the music that we're putting on here is going over the top of people's heads a little. They're not quite too sure on some of the DJs that we're using, but I don't really want to compromise the DJs and actually just bring in obvious commercial DJs. We want to try and do something that's a little bit cutting edge here, and we're going to try different styles of music on different nights. And really try and do something a little bit exciting again and bring things in that is just not about the music, little side shows, little bits of colour.
So what do other people think of you?
I've no idea, they probably think I'm a right twat.
Twat, not a...
But I mean, at the end of the day, when people do get to know me, they do realise that I am a right twat. You know,
I don't think he's a right twat. He's a really nice bloke.
I mean, I don't know, I tend to warm to most people, you know. So, I mean, but that's what it's about, that's what the scene's about. So, I got told, my mum once said to me, like, if you knew what everybody thought about you, even your closest friends, and what your closest friends say about you before you go out, you'd never go out again. You know?
No, I probably wouldn't.
You know what it's like, you know, like, as soon as somebody walks out of the room and they go, oh, he's a nice lad, but just mind that in.
As you can see, I've got Dave's jacket on. We swap clothes, just for a short space of time. What have you got on of mine?
I didn't tell you.
I understand that you have a very low opinion of club tours, but yet you've taken back to basics on tour several times. Why?
Just as a public relations exercise half of the time. I mean, I just think it's a bit sad, you know, the whole thing that people have to bring other people's names in. The only reason people do club tours is so they can put your logo on their flyers, so they can get people in through the seat, get people in through the door. I don't think that's a good thing. I think if you believe in your own club, you don't need to do that. So, I mean, and you can't create the back to basics atmosphere just anywhere. You know, you have to take the old shebang, you have to take the old decor, you have to take all your own people to show what back to basics is about. It's not like taking a band on tour. So I think it's a pointless exercise, really.
But do you not even think by taking it to another club, it gives other people a chance to see what you're about?
Well, no, I think people should come to see us and see what it's about. You know, like, because you don't see what it's about, really. It's just the same club but you've just got, you know, the DJs as we say, just the music, and you know, a few cheeky graphics here and there around the wall.
In addition to your club nights, you've got your own record label. What's your input?
Well, we've all got the same kind of input. I mean, the record label, again, is not a money-making exercise. We just put out tracks that we actually like, and a lot of the time it's friends and people, and some of them are quite famous producers, but still they are our friends, and we've made music, and they don't sell big units. You know what I mean? I think we're probably in debt with the label, but it's something, again, that's a passion thing for us. We cut our own nose off to spite our own face a lot of the time by doing what we actually believe in and not capitalising on it. So the label's just another part of what we're about.
Dave, what is the most outrageous thing that you've ever done? That's broadcastable, of course.
I don't know. I think most things you do is outrageous and you're enjoying yourself, but the most recent thing was last week at the club. We had this we had a video camera that was filming the DJs, and it was coming up on big screens and filming the crowd that came up on the screen. So it got to about 5 in the morning, I was a bit slaughtered, so I just took the video camera behind the screens, dropped my trousers, and just put it onto me.
Hi, I've got Robert Owens here, who's not just a DJ. He had that track up called I'll Be Your Friend. You're going to sing for us?
Yeah, later I'll say.
What is the strangest thing that you've ever seen in the club?
Probably someone taking a shag in the next cubicle next to me, and I couldn't believe that was actually...
It happens.
Yeah, I know.
Nearly all from us. Lisa, you've got a weekend off. What are you going to do with it?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to stay in, get a video and a bottle of wine. So for more news, views, gossip, fashion, clubs, watch this space.